followers and likes. Hey, all the people seem to care about is followers and likes. That's right. Whoa, every day and every night it's a fight to get them followers and likes. Come on. Hey, tell them. All the people seem to care about is followers and likes. Whoa, every day and every night. Listen, to get noticed, they be showing it openly. Just go to a page and you might get to see a show for free. You won't find no positive, inspirational poetry. She got a set of tattooed booty cheeks she wants to throw at thee. She be all on Instagram, going on another rant. Barely paid her rent this month, she's saving for that butt implant. Focused on that bad attention, she know thirsty fellas wanna. Why'd you post that one with all them dirty clothes up in that corner? Posing in the mirror in the G-string, can't wait to get you. She's so wild, she made a 7-year-old daughter take the picture. This might be her only chance. Turn that camera on and dance, hoping a lonely man will blow some grands on her OnlyFans. Going live, twerking, popping, even when the music stops. She can't wait to check her page and see how many views she got. She ain't worried about her future, just the comments when she posts. Turn herself into a star online, entertaining folks hungry for them followers and likes. Hey, all the people seem to care about is followers and likes. That's right. Whoa, every day and every night it's a fight to get them followers and likes. Come on. Hey, tell them. All the people seem to care about is followers and likes. Whoa, every day and every night. These dudes be rat racing and cat chasing, in need of a mouth muscle. 95% of them living just for that clout hustle. Said he bout to catch a flight, he rolls that phone. Took a picture in front of the airport, then he drove back home. Man, how you making chips? Faking like you taking trips, saying you racing whips. Fantasy-based relationships, you just a social media thug. It's funny what people do for love. You living in the suburbs, talking about you the plug. Showing and telling folks you bout that work. He even posted, come get at your boy, I got them perks. Boys catfishing and tripping, but you know I'll get you. That ain't your car, that ain't even you on your profile picture. All that I can see is guys that be showing off idiotically. Flashing all that cash probably caused your own robbery. And even if you get it clean, quit it black, cause all you doing is advertising what you got to get it snatched. Trying to get them followers and likes. Hey, all the people seem to care about is followers and likes. That's right. Whoa, every day and every night it's a fight to get them followers and likes. Come on. Hey, tell them. All the people seem to care about is followers and likes. Whoa, every day and every night. This whole internet circus done got too rowdy. How many times a fool done went live and shot somebody? For that fame, they'll take it any way that it comes. Baby smoking weed, grown people playing with guns. We can go viral today, homie, if we play it right. Man, you grown with grandchildren and filming teenagers fight. There's something wrong with you. You got something going on mentally. Some of y'all post all of your problems just to get sympathy. Women be Instagram sick, addicted to the clicks, so they post some half-naked pics just to get a fix. Being ignorant is the sole idea. They could come out with the kill yourself challenge. They'll be like, hold my beer. Y'all thirsty for fake love, so this gotta be said. Stop taking selfies while you laying in a hospital bed. It's like it ain't no way for you to be saved, cause you'll make an ass out yourself to be famous for 2 or 3 days, chasing them followers and likes. Hey, all the people seem to care about is followers and likes. That's right. Whoa, every day and every night it's a fight to get them followers and likes. Come on. Hey, tell them. All the people seem to care about is followers and likes. Whoa, every day and every night.
All right, family. Let me see here. All right, now, when you die, how will you be remembered? This ain't about making no name for yourself. Let's think about it. Moses, we know about Moses. We know about Joshua. It's the same as the Messiah named Yahushua. See, think about it. Make your life count. Make it count. Okay? We've wasted enough time, and Lord knows, y'all knows I've wasted decades of mine. What will you be remembered for? Okay? I'm going to be remembered for a child of the Most High in his army. Looking our enemies dead in their face. And not worrying about them. Not worried about what they can do. That's what I'm going to be remembered for. All right, let me get on into this, family. Let me get on into it because I don't know how long this is going to be, but hey. Now, I want y'all to see this. I'm going to get to this in a minute. Let me see. I'm going to get to this. How the media is portraying killing Jordan Nealon. How they portrayed it. They done already had court. You know, you're supposed to look at the evidence. You got video of somebody sitting there choking somebody out. 1 minute. Let me just say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. You ain't tired yet? 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes, a quarter of an hour. Let me get into it. Now, I want to show y'all, look at this. Look, 1.6, there's a whole bunch, he got a whole bunch of supports, and me guessing, you probably got a few dumb Negroes up in there. But I'm going to say it's a whole bunch of white supremacists, whether it be a black person or a white person. He got a whole bunch of white supremacist sympathizers, $1.6 million. So he just got paid for murdering a man that has documented mental health. When it's a white mass shooter, the mental health defense. And the police take him in alive, usually. See, when it's white folks, mental health. But when it's black folks, your mental health becomes a threat. Are y'all picking up what's being put down? Peep the plot now. This man got a documented history of having mental health problems. I tell you, a black person living in this country is challenging. But that leaves us no excuse. Because the Most High said he would not put no more on us than we can bear. But there's a way of escape. But nevertheless, look at this. Look at how many people they believe so much that killing black folks is a good deal, is a good deed. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, y'all hold on. Let me show y'all this 1.6 million. Thought I was sharing my screen. Okay, let me do it again. Hold on, y'all. Let me do it again. Hold on. Let me see what I got now. There it is, $1.6 million. Look, y'all. Y'all remember the first few days, the media held his name. You didn't even know who this man was. If what he did was harmless, why is you holding his name? If what he did, if you really believe in what he did was honest and pure and just, why you got to hide his name? Is that what you really believe? Shalom, Jersey. Why is all these white media apparatuses, if they owned by white people, they white owned, hiding his name? How did everybody get together? See, there's communication going on behind the scene. I don't care if you got a Democrat and a Republican. Both of them is doing the same thing when they come to us. Not helping us in our economic standings. They can help the Europeans that migrate over here. They can help the illegals that break the law to get over here. They can help the Afghans. They can help the doggone Ukrainian Nazis come over here. And not saying all of them is Nazis, but they're not doing anything to find out which is who is what. And they can get together and hide this man's name. Notice how they hide the white perpetrator's name. When it's us, That's how you. That's a strong indicator of what race these people are. But look, all right. But look, 1.6 million. So, but anyway, let me keep going. I'm gonna try not to repeat like I did the other time, going in on it. But look, now it is illegal to be in a. Let me get my brother's attention. It is illegal for me to go out here and recruit for the Bloods or the Crips, the Reds or the Blues. But it is not criminalized to pass out white supremacist flyers to recruit people in hate groups to kill us. That is legal. That is what you call government-sanctioned terrorism. Don't wait on them to tell you. Their actions is speaking. It is not illegal for them to recruit people. Let me show you. I know some of y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. Let me show you. Let me see what I get. I wasn't planning on doing this. As though they don't know what a hate group is and who they hate. Houston area neighborhood wakes up to white supremacist flyers on cars, but somehow we worried about followers and likes. We worried about clicks and views. And they worried about killing Negroes. How come this is not illegal? Huh? Why ain't this being criminalized? Government-sanctioned terrorism. By default. They are okay with this. They might report on it, but no, they don't. They ain't gonna talk to you like I'm gonna talk to you. What can law enforcement do? Let me see. They've been passing them out on college campuses and everything. I'm not paying them nothing. Let me go on. Let me see here. But y'all see what it is. All right, let me see college campuses. Let me type in school. I'm not arguing the fact that it's all right to be white. But it ain't all right to be white and think you gonna kill me, and I'm not trying to kill you first. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's not all right to think you white and think you gonna kill me and think I'm gonna let you kill me without me trying to kill you first. Yeah. We gonna have a differences of opinion. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not afraid of them. Forget them. Y'all remember, is this San Jose? Anyway, let me go. Let me get on track. Let me get back. But it's not illegal. Y'all get the point. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Look, they making bombs. Y'all already know about the 16th Baptist in Birmingham, Alabama. We call it Birmingham. 1963, but it is not illegal. It's not illegal for them to get together and recruit people in the Klan who has a thorough history since 1865 of killing black folks, raping and stealing the money, stealing the land, stealing the resources. This is what they've been doing the whole time, but this is not illegal for them to recruit people in their white supremacist army. Okay? Planet bombs. Hey, I'm just showing you stuff. You should ask yourself, why is this not illegal? And ask yourself, who's putting up $1.6 billion, million dollars for a suspected white supremacist? You said, why are you saying a suspected white supremacist? I don't know this man. But I know he had hatred in his heart to sit there and see. Now, there's a whole myriad of things you could do. He had two other guys there. They should be brought up on charges. So you telling me these white folks are so weak that they can't tie up one black man with that's mentally challenged? These white people are so weak and dumb that they are not smart enough to subdue one mentally challenged, lightweight black man. They are so dumb. Huh? Is that what you want me to believe? 3 men can't subdue one black man. They got straps on their backpacks. They could have used the backpacks to strap him. They could have used the shoelaces to tie him up. They could have used a coat. They could have tied him up. They could have sat on him. Whole lot of things. Whole lot of things they could have done. I'm telling you. But all right, let me see which way. Let me get to the videos. $1988, y'all. 1988. When it's black folks, gang injunction. 3 strikes and you in. When it's us, you either know if somebody in your family involved in this, you can get about 10 more years. But when it's white supremacist devils, government sanctioned terrorism, and that, by the way, is the Roman salute. They say it's the Nazi salute. Same people. Look up the Roman salute. These people, by today's standard, are modern day Romans.
We recruited skins in many cities all over the United States that have started up little units.
We did that CBS piece. One of the people that was also interviewed was Tom Metzger. He became aware of us through that news interview and then reached out.
Y'all see them shoelaces? Y'all see them shoelaces? Let me show you this. Look. Black shoes, white string. This is the Latino Nazi mass murderer in Texas. And this is the same white guy in the military in New York. The arrest of Daniel Perry has a lot of people asking, why does his footwear look the same as the Latino white supremacist who shot up the mall in Allen, Texas? Y'all gotta start paying attention to these folks. Stop with your head up in the clouds and put this down a little bit to look around on your environment. Look around, get familiar to where you're going. Somebody busts out and starts shooting. Okay, I see cars over here. I can dip behind the cars. Okay. I can use this tree as a shield. Okay. I see tools laying down. I see bricks and stuff. I can use this as a weapon. Okay. I'm in a store. Okay, I got a lighter. And I can use something flammable as a flamethrower. You are not going to notice this if you're walking around. You ain't going to pick up on this. Look, though, I just want y'all to see this. I can't say that it is, but hey, this guy admitted he was a white supremacist. I could do a whole history lesson on Latinos being white supremacists before the term white supremacy. What you think they did to the black soldiers in Argentina? Put them on the front lines, let them be killed off, and decimated the black population in Argentina, Latin America. The Catholics created this chattel slavery system, legalized slavery, and they speak Latin. So why do people think that Latinos are not white supremacists when the church, the Roman salute, speak Latin? Let me show y'all right quick. I'm going to show it to you again. There you go. Hitler using the Roman salute. There you go. Romans. What I'm getting at is it's an old mindset. Let me get back to this video.
Out to one of my roommates, and we ended up forming a chapter of the War Skins here in San Diego. I wasn't personally involved with recruiting military people that much. One of my roommates actually, who was making a lot of contacts on base and doing some recruiting. Obviously, they're careful about it because they don't want to get found out. It's kind of like a dance a little bit. Once you get a person to a point where you think that they're solid, then you make overtures.
People who are in the military are really prime targets for recruitment by these ideological groups, right? So the far right ideology, they want people who have military training, who have specialized weapons training.
Supposedly fitting within that category, which I think is a disparagement of our... Is that your experience, 10%? Active duty forces are somehow extremists, racists?
I am very confident that the number of extremists in my forces is 0.
So this is a problem that's been around a long time. We do not think that there are huge numbers of people in the military who embrace this ideology. The problem is that where it has been embraced, it has not been addressed.
How do I know that it's a problem? Because I was involved with it. I did it. I mean, there are enough instances out there that are public record.
Look right here, y'all. Those are Nazis. Those are not the Nazis' lightning bolts. Okay. Let me see here. Look at this. These are the Ukrainians. See, these are Ukrainians, y'all. Let me see here. Huh? They all over there, see? See, you got your head up in the air. Okay. I'm just trying to help you. That's all I'm trying to do. All right? Congress bans arms to Ukraine. They're not criminalized. There is no sentencing. There is no prison time. To see the stuff they do to us when they want to detour us from certain things is what they should be doing to them. When they want to detour us from drugs, they mass incarcerate us. But now you got a whole demographic strung out on opioids and everything else, and they give them places to go get high with a doctor there. What they call them, safe injection sites. Yeah. But I just want y'all to pay attention now.
Out there that are...
Oh, yeah, this here too. They got, the military got buildings that's shaped like swastikas. They got buildings over here that's shaped like swastikas. Not only in the U.S., Finland and everywhere else. Okay? Look. That, hey, y'all, hey. Just pay attention.
Our public record that point out the fact that, yes, this is a thing. You have to look at the things that Metzger, if you look at the things he was saying that his acolytes should be doing, that's what they're doing. One of the things he especially pushed was for us to find people who were young and with clean records and not bring them into the actual skinhead scene with the dress and the look and everything. Or if they were in it and hadn't gotten in trouble, tell them grow their hair out.
Now, usually, and another thing, if you see them with red laces, that means they may have killed someone. Red boot laces. Okay?
And then go into police forces and the military and get law degrees.
There's back and forth about how big a problem it is because nobody has hard numbers. And until you collect data, until you're actually consistently across the various parts of the armed forces and across the various services, collecting consistent data, those who say that it's a huge problem and those who say that it's no problem, neither one of them is necessarily correct. I mean, look, you've got the Air Force that discharges people who may be involved in extremism under a term called impermissible behavior. You've got the Army that discharges them for, quote, misconduct. So that's a huge category. Misconduct can include all kinds of other things. What proportion of those people discharged under that code were actually engaged in white supremacist behavior? We don't know.
One thing that
So even the military is camouflaging these people. If they involved in white supremacist hate groups, they don't discharge that with that label. You see what I'm saying? You see how this government sanctioned terrorism is camouflaging the people that's hell bent on killing us. They're camouflaging their history. Just like they held that man, Daniel Perry's name, for days and wouldn't publish it. Camouflaging.
had occurred to me recently, and I've been telling people that I think needs to happen, is that like there needs to be a system of contact tracing of people who get found out to be active members of white supremacist organizations who are serving in the military and law enforcement.
This is what they do when it's black folks and the Panthers or something for it. They want to know who you know, and they want to know who you know, and who you knows who else. They want to know everybody that you know and everybody that's around. That's what they do when it's us. But when it's them, they camouflage, y'all.
Of course, but treat them like a virus, go back and look at their network of people and see who they've infected.
All right. Close this out. Let me see. Last night, this was like 1.3 million. Now it's 1.6. Yeah, I'm pocket watching. I'm watching the funds that's going into the war chest of the enemies. Doggone right. Let me get over here to this retarded. Well, I can't even put that on redacted. It need to be called retracted. But all right, let's go.
Race war in New York City over the death of a black. It is a race war in.
Family, how many of y'all know, according to the Bible, that it is a race war? Let me get a one in the chat room. If you know, according to the Bible, that it is a race war. I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I'm going to show y'all. I'm not going to just make a statement. See, they make statements and then talking about give excuses why they can't show you the facts. I'm going to show you in the Bible that it is a race war. All right, I see a couple. All right, that means a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about. Okay. I see three. Most of y'all men. Men probably, should understand. All right. Let me go into it. All right. Luke 21:10. Let me show you. So you see who said it. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. If you look up the word, it's ethnic group. Ethnicities is race. Okay? Ethnicity is race. Oh yeah, they be lying. That's all they are. They catering to I guess they catering to white supremacy. That's how they gonna go to hell, supporting what they believe in. But hey, my job is to educate us. You understand? Tell y'all what's going on. I really don't care what the enemy thinks. Was it Luke 12:10? Okay. I don't care what the enemy think. They cause it don't matter what they hate me anyway. So what they think about me ain't gonna never be good. Hold on, I must have clicked the wrong thing. 21:10. Okay, let me get it together over here. Luke 21:10. Nation against nation. Ethnos. You got a white ethnic groups. You got ethnic groups getting together to wipe us out. The children of Israel, the real children of Israel. The original people is trying to be is being euthanized and eugenicized, targeted for extinction by the Johnny-come-latelys, by the carbon copies. Okay? Let me see here. What a definition is. I'm looking for the definition. Hold on. It's got to be. Yeah, I call them Johnny-come-latelys. The carbon copies trying to wipe us out. Ain't that something? Ethnos. A race. So there go your race war right there. You call it a long nose. You putting hate speech. They putting hate speech out here. See, these folks are blind, y'all. They blind. Look, right here in the Bible. But see, when I hear these black pastors talking about, you gotta forgive. Okay. These folks, number one, they ain't asked for forgiveness. Number two, I didn't do nothing to them. So I'm not asking them for nothing. That's not how forgiveness works. Number three, this is warfare. That ain't how forgiveness works. A race, a nation. See it? Right here in the Bible, y'all. Let me check these other sites to see if the video playing. It must, yeah, it looks like it's playing. A nation. Okay. See it? Right. All right. Let me see. Yeah, let me see here. I ain't been on Odyssey in a while. I'm just making sure. I'm just checking. Anyway, I'll come back to that. If it don't play, hey. All right. Now, they say it's a race war. Okay. I'm showing you in the Bible it's a race war. But they're being deceptive.
It is a race war in New York City over the death of a black.
They saying the race war is because Daniel Perry choked out Jordan Neely. No, it's been going on. The Catholics, the church, the transatlantic world war, as brother Pastor, what's his name, Richardson's called it. That's exactly what it is. A transatlantic world war. Here, I'm going to show you again in the Bible, the race war. I'm going to show you again. Because remember the definition. I'm going to show you in the Bible. Her seed and Satan's seed. Let me see here. Genesis, what's that? Genesis chapter 6. Genesis chapter 3. Right here, this is the Most High telling us about this race war. And Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done it, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. All right, I will put enmity between thee and the woman. There go your warfare right there, family. Between Satan's seed and her seed. There go your race, there go your war. The Most High done it. It will bruise thy head. You devils might as well get ready for this head bashing. I'm up in your head right now, bashing with the truth. And it's making it uneasy, ain't it? All I can tell you better repent if the Most High allow you to repent. All right, bruise thy head. Here you go, enmity. So there's a seed going on. Now, I'm going to give y'all an idea that there's some anomalies going on in the bloodline. Look right here. I'm not saying everybody like this is, I'm just saying what's going on. The Most High didn't create us with those. So how did we get something extra added to the gene pool? How did something extra that wasn't in the original become mingled in the gene pool. I just want y'all to think, family. Huh? And it's mostly them with these tales. You know, people mix and mingle, but yeah. But it's mostly them. It's a high percentage of them. The people mix and mingle themselves. And you know, it's running through. That's why the Most High told us not to be mingling and mixing. But nevertheless, let me get back. Let me show you this other video, get it out the way. I'm gonna take me a little break, show you this video, then I'm gonna go back to Redacted, all right?
Extremism in the U.S. military, especially by white supremacists, has been a concern for lawmakers for several years. That concern has risen in recent weeks and months.
Now look, if the lawmakers been concerned about extremism in the military, why ain't they passing out time? Why ain't they criminalizing? Why ain't they mass incarcerating these folks? Thank family.
And of course, in the U.S. military, especially by white supremacists, has been a concern for lawmakers for several years. That concern has risen in recent weeks and months. And of course, the January 6th riots at the Capitol involved military personnel, veterans, and even a few currently serving. They represented about 15% of the over 200 people arrested so far. So this issue is front and center. A couple years ago, Representative Pete Aguilar of California was able to get a provision in the Defense Authorization Bill that would require the Pentagon to report back to Congress on efforts to screen for extremists and to work with the FBI in that regard. That report came over in October, and I was able to get a copy of it. It has not previously been disclosed until we broke the news. It contains some verbatim examples of communications among white supremacists who were currently serving in the military, including some who were later convicted of crime.
Y'all pay attention to these logos and things. Just pay attention. You hear me? Pay attention. Pay attention. I was last week. I was picking up some steel. This white guy, I don't suspect him of being in a hate group. I looked at his tattoo. I knew he was in a black gang, and I knew he had done time by looking at his tattoos. I didn't say nothing to him while the white folks was around. I don't try to put people on the spot. I ain't say nothing to him. I waited till the white guy left, and then I said something to him. I could tell by his markings. I had an older cousin higher up told me not to get no tattoos, and that's why I don't have any. I was going to get some, but I had an older cousin. If he wasn't sure and he knee deep in it, and he telling me not to get no tattoos, I listened to him. But y'all learn to pay attention to this stuff. You can go on the internet and you can look up white supremacist tattoos, all kind of stuff. But y'all just pay attention, all right? These folks worried about the white supremacists in January 6th, but they gave them slaps on the wrist. Understand? They gave them slaps. They so worried about the white supremacists attacking them that they ain't give them no time.
Among white supremacists who were currently serving in the military, including some who were later convicted of crimes. One in particular said that he felt very comfortable about talking about being a neo-Nazi in the Army. This is a former Florida National Guardsman, and he was later...
Y'all see that explosive material?
He was later convicted.
We worried about followers and likes, and they follow us and they hate us. There's a plethora of stories about them getting caught with this stuff, but you don't hear no uproar in Congress about something got to be done. These super predators, and you don't hear none of that. These folks they getting bombs and stuff, and we twerking and killing each other.
National Guardsman, and he was later convicted for making bombs. The report is really chilling in that respect, but it's also important because it reveals some things the Pentagon has been working on to solve this problem that have not previously come to light. The report made a number of proposals for things that the Pentagon could do differently to try to, A, keep these people out of the military, and B, get them out if they're found to be in. Now, what are these things? They are improving security clearance questions, for example, so that they're more precise. Instead of just asking an applicant or his neighbors, is this guy a terrorist? Ask them, have you ever seen any kind of bumper stickers on their car or any flyers being handed out that have to do with this, that, or the other? A series of more.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. If they want to know who's doing what, they treat these white folks like they treat us. They know what we doing. The CIA, FBI, they know. They know. So whatever you say, especially if you us, if you can't say it to their face, if you can't say it to the feds, you're not willing to die and go to jail for the truth and justice, be quiet and get out of our way. Because it's a race war. Them sitting over here taking over the land alone and killing off the indigenous black population tells you how long this race war been going on. We didn't initiate it. They initiated.
Probing questions that might lead to more revealing answers, because both the applicant and the neighbors might think, well, he's not a terrorist. Secondly, they say work with the FBI more, use their tools, use their training, use, for example, their databases they have about extremist tattoos. Another thing that they recommend is when a military member is discharged or separated from service, if they are kicked out because of extremist behavior, there needs to be some designation on their record that happened. The last thing I'll mention in the report among its proposals was doing more to conduct surveillance of social media with respect for people's civil liberties and privacy. And they have various proposals in terms of how that can be done and various ideas. These are all proposals from the Pentagon. The Pentagon says we're working on most of them, but Representative Aguilar says that's great. We're going to put them in law anyway, because while this administration may be enthusiastic about fighting this problem, who knows whether the next administration or the one after that will be. So we want to put it in law. We're a separate branch of government, and that's our job. So he has a bill that he's going to drop on February 18th that would make these proposals mandatory.
I'm going to tell you why that's really a nothing burger. Okay, the war on drugs didn't stop the drugs. The DEA ain't stopping the DEA, ain't stopping the drugs. The ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, ain't stopping the explosives that these white supremacist devils is getting a hold of. Okay? I'm telling y'all. Okay, hey, government sanctioned terrorism. Well, let me get back over here. All right. Shalom, Brother Sly.
Man, we are being invited to take a side by politicians and sort of split the world into right and wrong, black and white, rich, poor, all of these things.
Okay. Now, the next time a white supremacist fork-tongued devil asks you, why is everything about race? Ask them, why do I have to put what color I am on my job application? Why do I have to, when I fill out paperwork to go to school, I have to put what color I am? Okay, why do you have the census and I have to say what color I am? And you asking me, who has no control over that, why is everything about race? Why did y'all whitewash the Bible, knowing that it ain't about y'all? Why did y'all create this system where black folks get less than and y'all gets everything else? And but you want to ask us, why is everything about race? You should be asking yourself that. That's why you cannot worry about what your enemy thinks about you. If they can't understand why you are against white supremacist devils killing you, then they are an enemy.
Things are at play here. Meanwhile, there are plenty of tragic deaths around the world, but this is the one that the media...
Y'all can't... Hey, she's saying there's many tragic deaths around the world. Why ain't you covering them then? If it's tragic deaths around the world, let's look at I'm on their page right now. Let's see what they do. Let me see. In other words, don't talk about Jordan Neely, because that's that logic. Because there's more tragic deaths around the world. Don't focus on this one. You got other tragic deaths around the world. But yeah, Just pay attention, y'all. Just pick up on that.
Being invited to take a side by politicians and sort of split the world into right and wrong, black and white, rich, poor. All of these things are at play here. Meanwhile, there are plenty of tragic deaths around the world, but this is the one that the media and people in power want to suck us in and rile us up about. And so why? I want to...
Okay. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Let me see here. Let me go back.
All right. Well, it is a race war in New
I didn't mean to go back. Y'all forgive
York
me.
City over the death of a black man. We are being invited to take a side by politicians and sort of split the world into right and wrong, black and white, rich, poor. All of these things are at play here. Meanwhile, there are plenty of tragic deaths around the world, but this is the one that the media and people in power want to suck us in and rile us up about. And so why? I want to sort of encourage those of you watching not to sort of just, say something shitty on Twitter and like, this is the way the world was. This guy deserved it. This guy shouldn't have done that. That guy's a hero, right? When we do that, no one is winning the culture war except politicians. And they are not using that power.
Now, she's saying, y'all see the title. See the title up here. Y'all see the YouTube channel. She's saying that no one should be online shouldn't be online giving their opinion, or this guy is wrong, this guy is right. Meanwhile, this is exactly what they're doing. Fork-tongued devils, y'all.
Say something shitty on Twitter and like, this is the way the world was. This guy deserved it. This guy shouldn't have done that. That guy's a hero, right? When we do that, no one is winning the culture war except politicians. And they are not using that power that we hand them to make anyone's lives better. I don't think any of us would make the case that we are all better off now because of Black Lives Matter protests.
Black Lives Matter is not Congress. Black Lives Matter is not the legislative. They are not the executive. They are not the judicial system. They don't enact laws, and they cannot punish criminals. Meanwhile, you got the executive branch that won't do nothing. You got the legislative branch that won't do nothing, and you got the what the other representative branch, executive, legislative, and judicial. None of them will punish people that has a thorough history of trying to kill us. Neither one of them. Government sanctioned terrorism. We are the target. We are the enemy. And Satan is using these folks.
This story and
Satan is using these folks. He said, how you know Satan is using? Who has gone all over the land doing this? Who's gone all over the land doing this? Let me show you this Bible verse. I forgot to show y'all this Bible verse. Hold on. Zechariah 11:5. There it goes. Thus says Yahweh, I Elohim, feed the flock of the slaughter. The Most High's flock is being slaughtered out here. His sheep is being slaughtered out here. Where are the so-called shepherds of the Most High's sheep? The Most High have always kept human shepherds to protect and look after his human sheep. Okay? Who's possessors? Who's possessors? We are captive all over this earth, as the Bible says. Hold on, I got a notification going on. Let me see what's going on. All over the earth, as the Bible says. So we are possessed. Wherever we are sanctioned to die. All right. And they hold themselves not guilty. They done already tried the dead man. And they hold themselves not guilty, y'all. They are never guilty of killing black folks. All right? And they that sell them, say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. Our own pastors don't pity us. All right? And they sold us, and they still selling us out right now today. They are taking our taxpayer dollars. They are selling us down the river. They are selling us in these prison camps where we work for free. Oh yeah, you don't think we being sold. But the markets, the stock market, the stock market, stocks and bonds, trade prisoners. I just want to show y'all, just want to give you a reason. Just because you don't understand how we're being sold. We're being sold out by our own. We're being sold out by our government. We're being sold out by our executive branch, our legislative branch, our judicial branch, our so-called white neighbors, even our own black neighbors. We are being sold. And they say they blessed. All right. Now, it's a Bible verse I wanted to show y'all. Let me see here.
They are not using that power that we hand them to make anyone's lives better. I don't think any of us would make the case that we are all better off now because of Black Lives Matter protests. So let's break down this story. And here is a warning that people who have attached themselves to this outcome don't want you to see all sides of this story. Tweets like this are leading you to scream injustice without even thinking. So here's the Newsweek headline that came out about the person who died.
Okay, if they're not biased, why is she focusing on the injustice part and not the other side also? Why not show both sides and weigh them up in the scales in the balance and see which one is right and which one wrong? She just went straight for the so-called injustice part. Fork-tongued devil, y'all.
Jordan Neely saying that he had a criminal record and 40 prior arrests. This person on Twitter is saying this is a trash headline.
Okay, I've been arrested. And if somebody killed me, what that got to do with them going out here targeting me for death? Because I did something in the past. So somebody got the green light to kill me because I've been arrested and did time. Okay, where is Daniel Perry's record at? Where is his record? I want y'all to put it in the chat. Which news organization is putting his record out there, putting his past out there? I want y'all to drop it in the chat if y'all seen it. I don't think you seen it because it ain't there. I'm telling y'all, they camouflaging. They hide their names so they can go and scrub the internet, so they can get rid of all these anti-black posts, get rid of their Reddit and they Stormfront and all their affiliation with the Klan. All right?
Line, because it implies there's a certain amount of crime that justified this.
Okay, if his criminal record was grounds for his execution, why didn't they execute him in jail? Why didn't the court give him the death penalty? If his past arrest was grounds for death, why didn't the judicial system execute him then? Huh? If he deserved to die because of his past, why didn't they do it when the last time he was arrested? What they doing, they getting boo-boo and trying to see what's gonna stick.
Murder. So here we're being invited to say, doesn't matter what this person was like, doesn't matter what his demeanor showed us about who he was. We should only just break this down in right and wrong. Don't even see any context of this story. So he is saying,
and I'm bringing this, they always telling black folks to forgive. Okay, why didn't they forgive that? Why didn't they overlook that? See, when you're black, you're not forgiven. Even though you done did your time, you done paid your dues, they still will not forgive you. But yet you got these pork chop pimping preachers that are talking about you got to forgive. That's not forgiveness according to the Bible. If you wrong me, you misuse me, it is not my job to go ask you, do you want some forgiveness? Okay, let me show you. It's the Most High. I wrong the Most High. It's my job. I'm the guilty one. I did the wrong deed to our Creator. This is his name. He is not going to come and ask me, do I want no forgiveness? I got to admit my wrongdoing and repent. That's how forgiveness works. And go and sin no more. That's how that works. See, in order for forgiveness to even be considered, the person got to change. There's got to be a different mindset. Otherwise, you wasting your time. How are you gonna forgive somebody that have not repented of their murderous tendencies? I forgive you. Okay, let's test that logic in the judicial system. Okay, let's just say I killed somebody. And the court and the judge just say, well, we ain't gonna give you no time right now. The court has forgiven you. Okay, I go out here and kill somebody else. And the court and then they keep forgiving me for murdering. And I just go keep killing folks and they keep forgiving me. Does that make any sense to y'all? The whole purpose of giving people time in the penitentiary so they can rehabilitate, repent if you will, get a different mindset and stop doing the wrong that landed them in prison.
Wrinkles here that we should ignore this person's history because this person is committed to this racial narrative, but we can't ignore it. So here's the man who died. His name was Jordan Neely. He was 30 years old. He was relatively well known in New York City in the subway system as a Michael Jackson impersonator. I unfortunately can't show you the music here. He's dancing to Beat It fairly expertly, I would say. He was like the, not that authentic Elmo on Times Square. I'd say he was more authentic as Michael Jackson. Locals knew him, is what I'm trying to say. Now, last week, Neely was acting erratic on the F train and
Okay, she said locals knew him. Okay. I don't see no locals on TV speaking bad about him. I haven't seen any locals. She said locals, people knew him. I haven't seen none that's speaking bad about him. He got all them arrests, okay. He's homeless. What you expect him to do? When it get cold, what you do expect a homeless person to do in below zero weather? Go to jail for about 6 months. I heard about this. I heard about people doing this in the 90s. They'll do something small to go to jail for about till the winter passed. To get off the street for a few months. Okay, what you expect them to do? It's cold, it's below freezing. They say, well, I just go do something and go to jail for about 6 months till winter is gone. This is like in Wisconsin. Cold up there, y'all.
men worked together to put him in a chokehold. Here is a still image of that chokehold because of the restrictions around what I can show you. The man on the bottom is ex-Marine named Daniel Penny. Immediately after this news broke, liberals were quick to reduce this to a heroic black man getting unjustly killed by a pumped up white military beef smoker. And then we've got, you know, George Floyd, Derek Chauvin situation, another one to exploit, right? Like beefy dude, white guy, and vulnerable black man.
This is a white guy with some folks helping him. And they so slow in the head. Oh, they can't say, well, I can get the shoelaces and tie him up. Tie him up. I can sit on him. It's three of us. I guess the United States Marine Corps is teaching cowardice. I guess that's what they teach you.
Although that altercation may not be what it seems as an archetype, but we're just going to kind of go with it, like megalomaniac white guy and then black docile hero. Now, this is how liberal voices presented it right away. Here's AOC saying,
how is someone getting killed a hero? Notice she just bypassed the word victim. You use that word victim, that humanizes the person that died. How is they a hero? Okay, if he the hero, then that makes the other guy the villain then, right? The villain. If he the hero, then the other guy must be the villain, right? She didn't even use the word villain. I just want y'all to peep what she didn't say.
Saying that this was a murder. But because he was houseless and crying for food in a time when the city is raising rents and stripping services to militarize itself, while many in power demonize the poor, the murderer gets protected with passive headlines and no charges. Disgusting, she says. She further...
These folks, these Democrats, all of them guilty, y'all. All of them. Don't pay these no mind. Houseless. Why homeless? Why is he houseless? You're importing immigrants, giving them taxpayer dollars, giving them clothing, room, board, shelter. They ain't got to go break the law to get out of the cold. And you gotta, don't trust none of them, y'all. Nothing, none of them.
Went on to say that, she wants to hear a real explanation that this is killing and killing is wrong. What she says at the bottom here is amazing, sort of reframing of a narrative according to what you want to say. She says Neely's last words were literally about how going to jail was easier than accessing the social safety net. Accessing the social safety net support to get back on his feet and lead a life. Now, okay, I love how she reframes his last words, that he compared a social safety net to going to jail. What he said was that he wanted food and he was willing to go back to jail for it. He's not presenting a social commentary as if he's sort of pontificating on the social order and weighing his choices rationally, like, I'm very hungry. Shall I commit violence in order to eat and risk jail? I shall scream about it. No, he was erratic. Clearly not. He's not saying, oh, it would be easier to go to jail than access social services. So I'm going to scream and make a ruckus about it. A fellow passengers say that he was yelling and threatening other people in an aggressive manner and yelling that he had no food, he had no drink, and he was...
Is that a crime? Now she's justifying because what was the aggressor? Talking loud. Look at these Karens, y'all. So what is she saying, I guess? But y'all know that's not what she's saying. What she's saying, when you're black, if you talk aggressive, if you talk like I'm talking, it's all right to kill. But when you're a white Karen or a white male Karen, you can talk as aggressive as you want to. See what I'm saying? These folks, they so aggressive, they pass out hate speech flyers. They pass out flyers to recruit people to kill us. So, according to the logic in her head, it is against the law for vigilante justice, right? To take the law in your own hand, that is a crime in and of itself. But nobody's talking about that. So, according to the logic she's using, I'm going to reverse this. A white person talking threateningly, like a Karen or a male Karen or Ken, it's all right for us to kill him. That's what she's saying. Well, no, that ain't what she's really saying. If you're black and you're talking threatening, it's okay to kill you. But she's saying that she's not biased. She said they are unbiased. They ain't racist. That is a racist. That's racist logic. You couldn't kill a white man calling you the N-word. You choke out a white man calling you the N-word, choke him out, and he died, and see what happened to you. You kill a white man, you can shoot a white man with a gun. He got a gun and you got one, and you're gonna probably go to jail. There's plenty of stories about that. Okay? We don't have no stand your ground. Remember the black woman? Her husband was beating her, and she didn't even kill him. She just shot him, and they put her in jail. This is in Florida.
Tired and didn't care if he went back to jail. This is from a witness who filmed the altercation, the video that we've all seen mostly. Now this video...
Now, y'all can watch the rest of this. I think I made a point. You understand? These folks are devils. They are biased. And they white supremacist devils. They suspected white supremacists. That's what they are. That's who they are. And they're going to continue to be white supremacist devils. They brought Nazis over here in Operation Paperclip and put them to work. Black soldiers couldn't eat with the white soldiers. But the white Nazis, right after they got through killing each other, the white Nazis could eat with the white soldiers right after the war. They got through killing each other. But the Negroes had to go out back somewhere, couldn't even eat with the fellow soldiers. This is what we fighting for. All right? This is Operation Paperclip. They brought the Nazis right on over here and put them to work. Okay? And you wondering what's going on. Okay? Look at here. But anyway, so they can recruit people to fight in the war. Think about that, family. How deep is this rabbit hole? Y'all have to get your mind set. You might have to die. You might have to die because of who you are. You might have to go to jail protecting your life because you killed one of these heathens because they were trying to kill you. That's what it is. You're gonna have to do an estimation and get your mind ready for what's already here. It's already here. It's a possibility right now. You defending your life from one of these white supremacist devils, and you might have to go to prison for the rest of your life. They might kill you because you killed the white supremacist devil invading your home. That's what it is. That's what it is. If you don't believe that's what it is, then tell me what it is then. Oh, yeah, the black guy in New York. What was that brother's name? Same state, y'all. It was a black man. What was that black man's name? Y'all know that black man's name? Upstate New York. Here's another white supremacist devil that killed a homeless man. Remember, he stabbed the black man. It was a black man that shot. He shot white supremacists that went to his house. They had already jumped his son. Then they went to his house, were going to kill him. Let me see here. Trying to see. Let me see. Can't think of that man. Can't think of his name. Let me see. You said Professor Black Truth. Let me see here. But yeah, I ain't gonna drag this out. But it was a black man. Let me show. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Let me find it.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the absolutely nothing about does refute any of it. Nearly we've gotten up. Step, tell us what the people do. Daniel Penny alone initiated it so that you don't hesitate when the time comes to attack his son at a party. And by the way,
Okay, hold on. I think I found it. I did hear that broadcast. So it was kind of. Let me go back a little bit.
Be physically prepared, because you don't want to be a soft target for these ambush killers. Black people in critical situations all too often are hesitant to protect themselves because they know that the police and the prosecutors are on the side of the anti-black racist. Well, the only reason Kenneth Walker is alive today is because he didn't hesitate to defend himself. The same goes for John White, who protected his family from a...
John White. Remember Kenneth Walker? Breonna Taylor? They were busting up in there and he shot. See what I'm saying? He alive. See what I'm saying?
White supremacist lynch mob who came to his doorstep. Some side of the anti-black racist. Well, the only reason Kenneth Walker is alive today is because he didn't hesitate to defend himself. The same goes for John White, who protected his family from a white supremacist lynch mob who came to his doorstep. Some white supremacist thugs who attacked his son at a party. And by the way, I keep bringing up John White's name in this instance for a reason. You know that he lived in Long Island when this happened, right? John White and his son were attacked in Long Island, and that's important because Daniel Penny is a Long Island resident too. That's where the killer of Jordan Neely is from, Long Island. Oh, but this isn't racial, remember? What possible connection can you make between this and race at all? Oh, it was just a tragic confluence of events. No, it was not. It was a deliberate killing. That's what happened. These are the things the white media is not telling you because they're the cheerleaders and the mouthpieces of anti-black violence. The regular forces of white supremacy, the police, have lost public support, and they're being punished for the first time ever. Not enough of them, but it's actually happening now. And the white media took the police's side, so when the cops lost, the white media lost too. Big. Now the white media is trying to protect the irregular forces of white supremacy. Thugs like Daniel Penny. They may not wear police uniforms, but they carry out ambush killings of black people just like the police do. And they depend on their fellow racist pals in the police not to arrest them for their crimes. The white media's silence on Daniel Penny is telling. What did other soldiers in the Marines think of him? Have they talked to family and neighbors, co-workers? No, they're not trying to dig up any dirt on this guy. That goes against their narrative. Every time the white media tries to protect some killer by refusing to give any details, we always find out later that the killer had a ton of complaints against them. The white media, however, spent days not saying a word about Daniel Penny. They wouldn't even say his name. I'm starting to think that maybe they found something on this guy that was so egregious that they were terrified to even say who he was. Now, regardless of whether you think Mr. Neely's family is doing all they can to get justice, that doesn't mean that we don't call out what's happening here.
All right. Look, John White, convicted of killing a bunch of thugs that went to his... They had already beat his son. Then they were going to go to his house and kill him. Let me share this screen. Let me see here. Let me go back. Hold on. All right. That's the brother right there. Some white supremacists, they would already beat his son. His son went home for some safety, and daddy killed one of them that was trying to kill his son. But they locked him up. They went to his house. See what I'm saying? That's why I say you got to be willing to go to jail. That's what it is. They went to his house to kill his son. And he asked them to leave, they wouldn't leave. See, can I find a video? Hold on. But it's been a while, so that's why it's hard to find. It's been a few years. But yeah. "4 years later, black father jailed and slaying of white teen." They lock him up when people go there to kill his son. And the court, see what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm finna end this live, y'all. I'm finna end it. His name was John White. All right, family? Y'all take care. Y'all got any questions? Looking for something to play. Stop worrying about the enemies opinion of you. Okay? Stop worrying about people's opinion at all. It is insanity to worry about what your enemies think about you, okay? All right? And no, they try to make it seem like we control Black Lives. We do not. We did not create Black Lives Matter. The money it don't benefit us. It's them. Only thing good with that is the slogan. Our life, we're gonna have to put our life on. We're gonna put our life up and show them how much it matters. I'm done. I'm pretty much done with talking. They gonna know it matter when they end up dead trying to kill me. They gonna know how much I believe that my life matter if they end up dead. I don't want it to come to that. But the government ain't doing nothing. The doggone president ain't doing nothing. The judges ain't doing nothing. The lawmakers ain't doing nothing. So who that lead? The police ain't doing nothing. And be willing to go to jail. That's what it is. That's what it has always been. Okay? It's proven time. Where your faith at? Show us what you really believe. Live in the truth. Accept it. The Most High is the Most High inside the prison or outside. He's the Most High in the casket and out of the casket. You know, I went down to maximum, when I first got processed in the maximum security prison, they were right there in the door. Said, who gonna protect you? I couldn't even get in the door. They was already recruiting these black men. Who gonna protect you? I didn't know the Most High now. I said, the Lord gonna protect me. I'm coming over in the door. And they just moved back. I don't think I'm no braver than nobody else. I'm like this. Either I believe the Most High either I believe him or I don't. They was in the door. Who gonna protect you? I said the Lord, and I kept walking. The Lord gonna protect me. And them guys didn't even, there ain't nothing I did. The Most High done it. He said he will put peace, he will give you peace among your enemies. That's in the word. I've witnessed it. So I'm not telling you something that I have not already done. Okay? I stayed out of their business. You understand? Whatever they got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. Shalom.
Questions about the relationship officers have with the people they are policing, especially white cops in black communities. Their names alone came to symbolize the issue. Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice.
We scream Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot. Yelling, I can't breathe, but they just tighten the noose. Man, this racial injustice got me sick to my stomach. If you act like you don't see it, then you're part of the problem. Everybody want the truth until it's covered in blackness. Man, I've been trying to keep my cool, but now I'm lit up like matches. Touchy topic, y'all get triggered, deflecting the facts and don't want to listen. Taking the truth for a lie, you're twisted, but nevertheless, it'll still get mentioned. Let's go. I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. Hey, I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. No justice, no peace for every life that you took. We standing up, so stand down. Going out swinging like John Cook. We got way too much to lose, and we got way too much to gain. I look these devils in the eye and say their names that was slain. Hey, Sandra Bland, yeah. Eric Gardner, yeah. Trayvon Martin, yeah. Stephen Clark, oh yeah. George Floyd, another one. Ezell Ford, another one. Michael Brown, another one. Botham John, keep them coming. Pat Brown, the list goes on. Austin Sterling, the list goes on. Kai Gurley, on and on. Pam Turner, the list goes on. Jordan Edwards, yeah. Aaron Bailey, yeah. Chris Davis, we ain't done. Breonna Taylor, keep going. Tamir Rice, yeah. Freddie Gray, what's good? Be Mark Davis, yeah. It's King Salad. Hold up, they done took a lot of souls, but don't nobody wanna talk about it. Dark skin is like a bullseye, but those days are over, cause the dark night rises. Y'all about to get this work, spazzing out, going berserk, God's chosen people are dispersed at every single corner of the earth. They say all lives matter, and I don't disagree, but the way they killing blacks, that don't sound right to me. Look, if all lives matter, why does it seem like we are the target? Get pulled over, put us in custody, no weapon in hand, but you kill us regardless. We scream Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot. Yelling, I can't breathe, but they just tighten the noose. Man, this racial injustice got me sick to my stomach. If you act like you don't see it, then you're part of the problem. Everybody want
the truth until it's covered in blackness. Man, I've been trying to keep my cool, but now I'm lit up like matches. Touchy topic, y'all get triggered, deflecting it fast and don't want to listen. Taking the truth for a lie, you twisted, but nevertheless, it'll still get mentioned. Let's go. I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. Hey, I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. Hey. No justice, no peace for every life that you took. We standing up, so stand down. Going out swinging like John Cook. We got way too much to lose, and we got way too much to gain. I look these devils in the eye and say their names double slain. Hey, Sandra Bland, yeah, yeah. Eric Gardner, yeah, yeah. Trayvon Martin, yeah, yeah. Stephen Clark, oh yeah. George Floyd, another one. Ezell Ford, another one. Michael Brown, another one. Botham John, keep them coming. Pat Brown, the list goes on. Arthur Sterling, the list goes on. Kai Gurley, on and on. Pam Turner, the list goes on. Jordan Edwards, yeah, yeah. Aaron Bailey, yeah, yeah. Chris Davis, we ain't done. Breonna Taylor, keep going. Tamir Rice, yeah, yeah. Freddie Gray, yeah, yeah. Albert Davis, yeah, yeah. India Kager.
I got rage in my heart, pain in my soul, from watching them killing my people like every day, and it's getting old. I can breathe for now, at least for the time being. So many turn a blind eye to all this hate that we keep seeing, and they keep locking up these black men so prisons get that loot. But I'm a messenger, just speaking the truth, got my hands up. Don't shoot. Yeah, when a black man takes a life, he's sentenced to prison and doing a bid. But when a cop kills, he get to go back home and he can be with his wife and his kids. Facts. 2020 got me seeing clearly, but we really don't know what to do. I can't call the cops if I got a problem, they'll probably shoot me too. Cause the police kill citizens all the time and they face no prosecution. And that document wasn't meant for us, talking about that Constitution. At the end of the Pledge of Allegiance, it promises liberty and justice for all. But in reality, it appears to be that it's liberty and justice for y'all. No justice, no peace, that's what you're gonna hear till the battle's through. Cause all lives can't matter unless black lives matter too. Let's go.
I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. Hey, I can't breathe, hands up, don't shoot. Hey. No justice, no peace for every life that you took. We standing up, so stand down. Going out swinging like John Cook. We got way too much to lose, and we got way too much to gain. I look these devils in the eye and say their names double slain. Hey, Sandra Bland, yeah, yeah. Eric Gardner, yeah, yeah. Trayvon Martin, yeah, yeah. Stephen Clark, oh yeah. George Floyd, another one. Ezell Ford, another one. Michael Brown, another one. Botham John, keep them coming. Pat Brown, the list goes on. Arthur Sterling, the list goes on. Kai Gurley, on and on. Pam Turner, the list goes on. Jordan Edwards, yeah, yeah. Aaron.
Yeah, they think they keep killing us, they're gonna make us afraid. Hey, Brother Sly, yeah, that's one of them bacteria masks. That's one of them masks right there. I'm gonna have to get me some more. Oh, yeah. They think killing us making us afraid. It ain't working. I'm telling y'all. It ain't working. I'm telling y'all, literally. It actually is more painful to me to watch my people die than to live and nothing happen to them. In other words, I'm not afraid. It's painful to me to watch it go down unchecked and unchallenged. It's painful to me. I done lost a lot of people close to me. I'm talking about, man, people I grew up with. Yeah, it's painful. Hey. But anyway, family, love y'all. I'm gone. Yeah. We gonna be all right. The main thing, obey that word. That's the main thing. Not obeying this word is what got us in this situation in the first place. All right? But shalom.